Good afternoon, everyone. This is Donna Marie, and I just wanted to pop on, do a live today, and talk to you a bit about practicing mindfulness throughout your day, how to really get back into your bodies, to not let your busy days take over your mind, to not let your stresses, your tensions, and all of that stuff just take over your day. So, what do you do for mindfulness throughout your week, and especially on a Monday? Mondays are the start of a week, so this can make us feel very stressed, knowing that we've got 5 days of work to be getting through, and again the cycle starts over and over again with I have this to do, I have this to do, I have this to do, and all the burdens and all the busy schedules and the rounds that you have to run, and how do you keep in mind, how do you keep in check your mind and your wellness and your health and your positive thinking? So I want to hear from you what you put in place to keep yourself focused, to keep yourself of a high vibration, high energy, what you do for mindfulness, and what works and what doesn't work, and what do you struggle with the most. So I woke up this morning. Not every day is perfect for me. Being an entrepreneur can be tricky. So I have loads of projects on at the moment, and I'm trying to plan all of my work. I have a retreat coming up this Saturday, and I'm planning that. I have lots of new classes starting, and everything is quite a lot. I've got a lot going on. So one of my tips to stop myself getting overwhelmed is to do my yoga practice in the morning, to keep my mind focused, to do some breathwork techniques, to set some goals. Now, goal setting is a powerful thing to be doing, and it keeps you on track with staying focused and staying energized and not overwhelming. I used to be a person that used to just have so many goals and just never meet them, and just used to fall back on all of my goals and never ended up creating any of it. So over the last 3, 4, 5 months, over the last 5 months, I've really started investing more in my self-development and working through my own coaching programs to help me in my business and to help me personally, as in my social life and in my personal life, to just keep my momentum going and to get the most of what out of my business and what I can offer. But it's not about just business, it's about actually staying well and staying healthy. So running a business can be very demanding. I have lots of tasks to be getting on with, lots of goal setting, lots of intentions, lots of practices. Like, I practice what I preach, if I do preach. Stay true to my values, and to stay true to my values are, looking after your body. Your body's number one. You are your own body. No one else can look after your body for you. You have to be the one that takes the power back in your life and takes and steps into that personal power and makes the changes in your life if you allow yourself to do so. So this morning I woke up quite tired. I was feeling a little bit drained. It's been a heavy summer for me. I've been building and building and building upon building my business, and I haven't been away this year so far, apart from the start of the year. And I realised that I need to acknowledge, so I've been acknowledging more around receiving. So this leads me onto the subject of receiving and allowing. So do you feel like you have to work really, really, really hard to be able to receive and to allow your business to flow and to flourish? Because you don't have to work yourself to the brink of exhaustion. So I've been very, very mindful over the last 5 months to not work crazily hard. Yeah, I've been building a lot, but I have been aware of my limits. I've set boundaries. I have set my goals and my intentions to make sure that I adhere to them and I meet them and I stay true to my values. So a lot of the reasons why I do what I do is not only to help and support my clients, but to help and support myself. So I've invested thousands upon pounds of money. I mean, I know that money's just energy and money will come back to me. If what you give out, you get back. You give out good energy to others, you get back. It's all karma. But you also do have to give back to yourself. Hi, Gary. How are you? So it's acknowledging yourself in the moment, in the present moment, to be aware of how you're feeling. Are you listening to the wisdom of your body? Do you need to listen to what needs to be heard? Is your body screaming at you to take a break? Is your body screaming at you to take a rest? Is your body screaming at you to self-heal? And that whatever thing you invested in is clearly not working, and that there needs to be another solution, an actual solution. So I really shifted my business over and my values and my mission and what I want to educate and run my business and what I want to do. So I used to just offer holistic therapies and help people feel good. I made people feel nice. Had a lot of amazing testimonials recently on my clients' experiences, but I realised that it's not enough. For me, as personally, giving someone a massage is great and I love making people feel good, but it's not enough for me and my mission and what Holistic Body Mind does. And although this is not really a business call or business video, it's about my values as a person as well, because I've been through quite a heavy journey of self-development and personal inquiry, looking in deeper to look out, to see what's going on, to see what needs to be healed, to see what work I need to be doing, to see what inner work I need to be doing, to keep learning, to learn about not only myself but to learn about others and to learn about how the world works and how the universe works. So, and this is, I love the scientific background of all this stuff, the laws of the universe, quantum physics, the water experiments that I was talking about before. I'm still drinking my gratitude water every day, managing to keep my vibration very high, because I know that if I get tired and overwhelmed, I hit rock bottom, and I cannot afford to hit rock bottom as a business person, because it just doesn't set a good example to anyone else or to myself. So the reason I self-invest is not only to take care of my health and well-being, but to help my clients on a deeper level. So recently I've decided that I want to start offering my journey to others and teaching people how to self-empower and find transformation through their own healing process, through their own journey. So I now offer self-empowerment and transformation coaching. So this tends to be a 12-week program and working through all the self-limiting beliefs and negative patterns, behaviours that trap you, whether you have a business, you're your spiritual boss yourself and you're looking to make your business really work, but you feel stuck and you feel undervalued and you feel like there's a bit of something that's not fitting right and there's a bit of lack of confidence there, or you don't believe. I help entrepreneurs, I help them with their businesses, I help them shift them into alignment, into creating your goals with speed and allowing you to really gain that confidence and that clarity and that vision of your business and why you do what you do. So really asking people why you do what you do. not only that, but I work with people who want to heal themselves naturally from the inside out. So if you're struggling with a chronic illness, or you suffer with severe insomnia for the last 12 years, or you are a guy that struggles mentally and is just like falling into bad jobs and not fulfilled in jobs that you don't enjoy, or in relationships that you don't really feel good in, or you just feel a bit stuck in the world, I offer that coaching and that support to men and women. And I offer my expertise of the last 5 years of my own journey, my own qualifications. So I am qualified in 12 healing modalities. I won't go into detail too much. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because I'm trying to get you to realise, like, why do you live your life exactly? Like, what are you here to do? What is your mission? Like, what do you want to create in your life? Like, if you could think of something in your life right now, and you're really mindful and you're really aware of your life, are you living your life in alignment with your values and your mission and your desire? Or are you stuck in a job that you hate and you just wish you can't wait to get home and put the TV on and have a glass of wine and just to start the same process again tomorrow? Or do you end your days feeling like really happy and grateful that you've served others and you've really made a difference in the world? And do you live your life like feeling like you don't like the way you look, and you just don't like the way you feel, and you feel like you're overweight, and there's this lack of confidence and low self-esteem, instead of feeling believing in yourself and having feelings of confidence and self-worth and self-love and compassion and forgiving and having non-judgment of yourself. So it's about being mindful of your thoughts and your beliefs and your values, and why you're getting up every day and why you're living your life. Hi Brianne, nice to meet you. I like hearing comments from people as well. Please send comments, and I would love to hear from you. The reason I came on this video today is because I want to find out from you, like, what your struggles are. What do you struggle with? What keeps you up at night? What goes around in your mind every day? What's the first thing you thought of when you get up in the morning? How do you feel? Are they thoughts of, here I go again, another day, or I'm really excited for today, I can't wait to see what the universe has in offer for me? Because I want to hear from you and Gary as well, and anyone else who's watching. Okay. Oh, that's a really common one, Brianne. Yeah, I used to be like that. I used to feel so depressed, chronically unwell. My history of depression and chronic illness got me hospitalised, and because I was just giving so much of myself to others and having to be the tough, strong one for the relationship that I was supporting at the time. And feeling good makes you feel good. Yeah, it never lasts. I know, and I know how you feel about that. I completely resonate with you with that. That was my background, and it made me very unwell at the time, but it was so much of a journey and so much of a lesson. Like, I see all of my downfalls and my horrible past experiences as lessons. So the reason you're not feeling good, because it doesn't temporarily last, is the space for you to look a bit deeper and to ask yourself the questions along the lines of, why am I always feeling this sad? What needs to be heard? Is this even mine? Because we carry around everyone else's energy and everyone else's burdens and everyone else's stress and emotions, and we forget that we take on everyone else's emotions and everyone else's patterns of behaviour, and actually we forget who we are. And that's my journey, and what I've learned is that I lost my identity. I lost who I was, and I forgot the real me was in there, because I was in narcissistic relationships with the wrong people, and the friends around me at the time were not supportive, and no one supported me, so I felt very alone, and I just had to do something about it, and it was a bit of a wake-up call. So it's now my vision and my mission to support other people who are going through the same thing, because I know exactly how you feel, and that actually I don't believe anyone should be living with your struggles and your pains every day, like day in and day out. Like, always being the one to always support everyone, always being the one to pick up the pieces, and then you have to pick up your own pieces, and then you end up forgetting like who you are, and it just weighs on your mind, and then physically it manifests in your body, and you end up putting on weight, and then you end up like drinking too much alcohol and eating too much food and getting into addictive behaviours and disassociation, and it just, hi Charlotte, and it just causes us like so much grief and unhappiness and unfulfillment. So if there's anyone that's on here that's felt like that before, or felt like this right now, then really want to hear from you, and I want to see if we can, if I can support you in some way. I will, and I can. Hi Hilary, nice to have you pop on. I want to know how you feel on a daily basis. Like, what's the first thought you feel when you wake up in the morning? What's the last feeling you wake before you go to bed at night? How do you feel throughout the day? And how does that make you feel physically? Does that make you feel exhausted and tired? Does it make you feel sicky and like bloaty in your stomach? Do you end up having lots of headaches and migraines because you're so frustrated? I would love to hear from you guys and what you think. Because you want to feel good, but you want to feel good and you want to make it last. So I teach a system called KD, Kinetic Divination, which is a very empowering healing system that enables my clients to shift their beliefs and their behaviours and their habits, and all the stuff that traps my clients, all the stuff that traps people in this cycle, and this repetitive cycle of anger and resentment and grief and fear and tiredness, and this temporary feeling that just fades if we don't sort it out permanently. So I think it's so important to do self-inquiry and ask what needs to be heard, what needs to be seen. What is the lesson here in not feeling good? What's the next step for me? Like, it's about mindful awareness, like aware of your thoughts, aware of your beliefs, aware of your behaviours, aware of your habits, aware of your patterns. Do you tend to eat loads and loads of food because you are just so tired and exhausted, and it's a way of disassociating with how you feel, so you eat loads of food that doesn't make you feel good? Do you smoke because you just can't deal with like what's underneath, and you just can't cope, so you use it as a coping strategy to support you, but actually you realise you wish you hadn't done that, and it just makes you feel even worse. So it's like this self-sabotaging behaviour. So you love to wake up feeling wonderful only just sips away through the day. Yeah, so you don't want to feel like that. You want to feel high vibrational every day, day in and day out. So if I would offer you 3 tips today: holding on to good energy, drink plenty of water. I restructure my water, so I will teach you that. I have done a couple of videos around water structuring. Unfortunately, guys, this is quite scary, but I will reveal to you now the honest truth of tap water. And it might seem the most random thing that I'm saying to you, but it's serious. So for learning this kinetic divination system and qualifying in this, I realised everything is energy. And when I start to think about everything is energy, you realise that the food you eat, the drinks you drink, all of that stuff can have a huge weight and impact physically, mentally and emotionally in our bodies. So I muscle tested water, tap water, and when I muscle tested tap water, it was resonating because everything has an energetic resonance. And if you want to know more about kinetic divination, then please send me a private message. I checked the resonance of water and it resonated at fear, which is an extremely low vibration. If you think about where water comes from and all the chemicals that are put into water, like the chlorine and all the pollutants that are put into water to try and make it clear and safe for us to drink, there's a bit of a process that goes through in making that water safe for us to drink, but it doesn't mean that the resonance of the water is of a high vibration. So if you think about what you're drinking into yourself every day, fear, that is one of the things that is going to pull your energy down. And you can muscle test food. You can simply do this by picking your piece of food, holding your drink, asking the question, shall I be drinking this? Your body will rock forward for yes, and it will rock back for no. And if your body's like swaying left and right, it means that you're not of a higher vibration enough. We need to be over 250 megahertz to be able to muscle test ourselves. So looking at the work of Dr. David Hawkins, the map of consciousness, he said that you had to be over 250 megahertz to muscle test yourself accurately. So if you're sat in a lower vibration underneath 250 permanently, then you're going to feel low and you're going to feel lethargic and you're going to feel a low vibration. And the kinetic divination system enables you to lift and shift into vibrations permanently, rather than just temporarily. So what I do with water is you get a sieve. I get loads of crystals or marbles or anything like that, anything where you can restructure the water. So I pop the sieve on top of the glass and I put my crystals in the sieve and I restructure the water. So that brings the water to 250 megahertz. And then from that, after that, I pop the water in a jug and then I write the word that I want to bring the resonance up to. So in KD we have different words to bring resonances up, the energy up. So I put mine down as gratitude, which is 900 megahertz, which is extremely high vibration. If we practice gratitude day in and day out, we will raise your vibration. Miracles will happen. Massive shifts will occur in your life. So when you actually drink gratitude water, it tastes different. It's crazy. It tastes different. And it charges your water, so you can restructure it and you can recharge the water to a resonance. So you're actually lifting your vibration up through drinking water. I think that's pretty cool. If you look at the work of Dr. Emoto, the water molecules have changed. He tested water molecules underneath a microscope and he tested water experiments, putting emotions into water, and he realised that the water changed to the emotion. And if you think about it, we are 70% water. This is why we need to stay hydrated to 100%, because if we don't drink enough, then we're going to be low vibration and we're going to slip back into old habits and negative patterns, and we're going to feel sluggish. Our body needs water to function anyway, but if you're giving yourself a high vibration of water, i.e. gratitude water, sounds crazy, I know, but it's science. It's just science. It's energy. Hi Robert, thanks for coming on. And yeah, it basically will permanently shift your vibration. We have an energetic baseline that goes back to the way we feel every day, and I help my clients shift into high vibrations permanently. So if this is something you are interested in, then we can talk further. A couple of other tips I would say about raising your vibration is to... Hello, Rob. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. So talking about Mindful Mondays and what you do for mindfulness on a Monday, like what are your thought patterns every day, how do you feel when you wake up in the morning, what are the first feelings you think before you go to bed, does your vibration slip throughout the day, do you struggle to keep your energy levels up? And then things like stimulants, our foods, the drinks that we drink, like even coffee, it really can affect and knock out our resonance. So a couple of more tips for keeping your vibration high and your energy high is to be present. Be present of your thoughts. Like if you are aware of your thoughts, and if you catch yourself saying, I am tired, I'm feeling unwell, like if you imagine what that emotion and what that mantra is programming your mind, that's as simple as it is. Hi Emily, thanks for popping on. So if you imagine what the thoughts you're telling yourself, like I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm drained, that's going into your subconscious mind, into your second mind, and you're reprogramming your mind for that day in and day out. Instead of thinking I'm tired and exhausted, why not think I'm full of life, I have loads of energy, I have so much to do, and I will get it done. Because the more you do that, the more you'll reprogram and you'll reframe your mind for success and for happiness, and you will raise your vibration. What's that, Robert? PMA? So, and this comes down to like money, like being mindful about our money beliefs and all of that stuff, you know, like saying to yourself, I can't afford this and I can't afford that, and oh, that's expensive and this is expensive. It's self-limiting thoughts that just actually create more of that. Oh yeah, positive mental attitude, but consistently, yeah. And it's not just about the mental attitude as well, it's about the energy of that. So it's all well and good saying like, I believe this, or I feel great in mind and body, or I'm so rich, whatever. But your body has to believe that, and you have to feel into the energy of that in order for you to make shifts. So it goes deeper than just thinking a mantra, because this is what I see with most of my clients, is that they might say a mantra, but they don't really believe it. So then the fact that they don't believe it doesn't manifest, it doesn't happen. So I teach people how to have that belief and bring the belief up to 100%. Because you could logically, consciously feel that you've got a great positive mental attitude, which is a fantastic start. I need a tuning fork as big as a unit. Yeah. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Well, you can fine tune yourself, you know, you can tune yourself for resonance. So I offer KD, which is a healing system that shifts you into higher vibrations. So whatever goal you want to have, create, whether it's more money in your business, whether it's more clients, whether it's more of a higher vibration permanently, whether you want to release a pain in your body, whether you want to heal yourself of your migraines, your headaches, whether you want to reduce or release your problems in your digestion, if you're feeling lethargic and tired. I help people shift into higher vibrations so you're not suffering inside and out. Hi Barry, thanks for coming on. So if anyone has any questions, I'm going to keep this video open for the next 10 minutes. So if anyone has any questions, I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you do for mindfulness on a Monday. I would love to hear from you, and just so you can share this with the world. I think it's so important, especially guys in this day and age. I don't know if you agree with this, but the problem I see with guys in particular is that they're not able to express their what their struggles more as women would, because women tend to talk more about how they feel and they're more likely to open up. And I mean, even there's a certain amount of, you know, restriction around that these days, around not being able to show your true self and just getting on with life and not really telling people how you feel and not talking about it. But I think with men, like, mental health is extremely, it's the highest it's ever been in the world ever, and that's scary. So I'm trying to put this message across to men as well as women, that, you know, to listen to your body, to listen to what your body's telling you, and to not seek help, to seek the help and seek the support that your body's asking of you, and to not be struggling every day with your problems. And because I think men in general, they just don't really, yeah, they do. Tears make the soul fly. Do you mean that in a good way, or like, do you mean that you lose your soul if you cry, or you gain your soul back? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I think showing your emotions is a sign of strength. So that's one mindful tip. Showing your emotions is a sign of strength. Showing your truth is a sign of strength. Your soul will thank you. Listening to your body's wisdom is a sign of strength. It means you're living your life fully and authentically, in alignment with how you want to live your life, not how others tell you how to live your life. You know, we're conditioned by the media these days. There's social media as well. Absolutely. Like how we should look, what we should dress like, what product we should buy, how we should live our life. Instead of just people listening to what their bodies need and what's right for them, there seems to be all this competition. Oh, she looks good in that. There's a lot of jealousy around these days, and a lot of conflict, and it's such a shame. And it's my mission to spread more awareness around, actually. Listen to your body, listen to what it needs, listen to your wisdom. We're not told to listen to our bodies in this day and age. We're told that we need this product to solve this problem, and it doesn't help us. We're told that if we buy this really expensive product, that this will solve our problems. Actually, it never does. Or if we buy the latest gadget, this will give us happiness, but it doesn't actually give us happiness. It just temporarily gives us happiness. So the things like what we were saying earlier about someone said about feeling back into the goodness doesn't last for long. So we tend to go for things that are quick fixes. Things like, that drink, or that go shopping here, and or you know, go and get this item, the latest gadget, and because it temporarily fulfills us, then actually a couple of days later or a week later you're kind of bored with it, and you just feel the same again, because you've not solved the issue on a deeper level. You've just like masked it on the outside. If you think of what others think, waste of thought. Yeah, it's about listening to ourselves, isn't it? Listening to, you know, you're not your conditioning. You're not your past experiences. You are not your behaviours that you feel. Because for years, I thought I was a control freak. I had to have everything a certain way. And this wasn't me, that wasn't part of me, that was someone else's stuff. That's not mine. So I had to eliminate that behaviour that I'd picked up and find my true identity. And a lot of the clients I work with, they've lost their identity. They don't know who they are. They seek approval constantly. They seek something outside of themselves to fulfill them. And actually, I really do love teaching my clients the skills to practice mindful awareness, consciousness, presence. Absolutely, look in before you look out. Like, sit and question yourself. Am I living my day with my values, in alignment with my values? What is the next step for me? What needs to be heard? What needs to be seen? And really asking yourself those questions, asking your subconscious mind. We have so much wisdom in our subconscious mind. A lot of our answers to our life's questions are within us. They're all there. We need to just look and seek and have non-attachment to the outcome. We get attached to so many things. We get attached to what we like, what we don't like, certain people. So anyway, does anyone have any more questions? I'd love to hear from you guys. Like Barry, what your thoughts are. Spread awareness round. So if you had, I'm going to ask you a question now. If you had one goal, what is your goal? In general, in life, like right now, what is the most important goal that you have, like your priority? So have a think about that. Like, what's the top goal that you have right now? And it could be something in your personal life. It could be something in your business. It could be, my goal is to find someone to love and understand love as I do. Oh, that is so lovely. Oh. Okay. So when you feel into that goal, like, how does that feel for you? Do you think that's accessible? Or is there a bit of resistance there? Charlotte, energy and clarity. Okay. So if you fall into energy and clarity, what are the ways you feel that you would have more energy and more clarity? So ask yourself the question, what would give me more energy and what would give me more clarity? It might be to organise time more effectively, your calendar. Robert, you give up. Why do you give up? Don't give up. Don't give up. I understand about relationships. I've been in very, very negative, abusive relationships in the past. And I will just open you up to a little secret now. Every relationship I've ever been in, apart from the latest one I'm in right now, has been negative, narcissistic, abusive, soul destroying. So I understand that you might be. I realised I was attracting the wrong people into my life because of my thoughts and my low self-worth and my low self-esteem. So hope never go on yourself. Just feeling I know what you mean. I used to tell others, don't give up on hope. Definitely need to look inside a little bit more there, if you can, Robert. and go in and just have a little seek a little bit deeper. Like if you thought about your ideal person, your ideal relationship, what do you want to create? What do you want to create? Like, be specific. Do you want someone that understands you because they're on a similar spiritual level as you know, or do you want someone that's confident? Are you looking for someone, really start to think about what exactly you want, because until you can really clarify what you want, you're not going to attract that. So I highly recommend doing a bit of questioning, journaling around that, asking yourself, what do I want from a relationship? And is there any deeper healing that you can be doing? And if there is, I'm here. We can talk. We can have a chat. Yeah, equals. Yeah. There's no hierarchy. We're all the same level. We're all the same level in this world. Yeah, we are. We are. Yeah. So you can absolutely attract that into your life. You start to really have some self-belief. So the fact that you've given up, you've come to a conclusion. You've given up. So you've concluded that. That's it, end of. So you're not going to attract anyone. So you need to uncreate that now and recreate. Yeah, Charlotte's fantastic. She, I think you're running dating, aren't you, Charlotte Brown? Yeah. Let me know. Perhaps you can hook up. And Robert, yeah, if you want to talk more about this on a deeper level, I am here. You know where I am. We can talk about this. We can shift some stuff in one session. So I'll PM you later, Rob, and we can have a little chat and get rid of some self-limiting beliefs. And then we'll get you hooked up with Charlotte. We will get you on the right track if you allow yourself to. Are you ready to allow yourself to? Yay! Awesome! I'm so pleased that this video has brought people together. And anyone else? Barry, are you there? No? Okay. Well, I can help you. You know I can. I'm here. You've seen my work. You've obviously added me as a friend, and you've probably seen some of my videos before. I don't know if you have. But I offer self-empowerment and transformation coaching. I offer a system called kinetic divination, which dissolves subconscious beliefs and limiting beliefs from your subconscious, and we bring you into alignment with your goal. We dissolve any stagnant energy in your body, any blocks energetically in your body that you're holding on to. We release any fears, any doubts, and any pillars that are out of alignment. I will bring you into alignment with. And we can do this through one session. I highly recommend. Most of my clients say they feel shifts straight in one session. But so sit with that and see how you feel. And if I'll send you a PM anyway. I always offer a 30-minute free consultation anyway. So there's no harm to just lose if you just want to learn a bit more about me, and we can hook up on Zoom and we can talk further and learn from more. Hi Darren, how are you? Thanks for popping on. So Mindful Mondays, hopefully this video has helped you think more clearly about your thoughts, your beliefs, your values, why you're here, what you'd like to create, what you're not willing to tolerate anymore. Oh yeah, same. I love Mondays off. Well, I say it's my Monday off. I'm working tonight. Hi Darren, how are you? What do you do? And what's made you come onto this video then? It's always good to hear from people. So first, I would take some notes from this actually, if you like. What's the first question? So the first question is, what are you willing to let go of? Oh, fantastic. Hi Charlotte. Hi Charlotte, you're already here. Hi Darren, thanks for popping on. That's awesome. So we're talking about Mindful Mondays. Awesome. What are you willing to let go of? Number 2, what would you like to create? So if you run a business, it might mean more money. Ah, awesome. Personal trainer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a yoga teacher and a self-empowerment and transformation coach, and I do mind body work with 12 healing modalities, so we should definitely hook up, Darren. I'd love to learn more about speaking. I need to do more public speaking and to get my mission and my vision and all my expertise out there, so it'd be great if I could have a chat with you and hook up. Oh, Pilates. Awesome. Fantastic. That sounds great. I will send you a PM at the end of this message, I think. It's always good to connect with people. So first one, yeah. What are you willing to let go of? Number 2, what would you like to create? And number 3, if you have one self-limiting belief that you want to release, what is that self-limiting belief? Yeah. There's so much of that, isn't there, in the world? That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do, to release all this conflict in the world, you know, to empower people to run their own businesses and to really give people the skills and the knowledge and the confidence and help people empower themselves to create the life that they desire, rather than living a life of struggling, and you're living a life that doesn't fulfill you, basically. So self-limiting belief is of, I am too old, I'm not worthy enough, or I don't have enough time, for example. Not out for money, you can take it with you, but you can take love with you. Transform a million lives, yeah, same. Likewise. Starting to create an online program. I have a coaching program that I do just one-to-one, but I'm actually starting to write the program and create that online. So that's quite a new thing for me. I'm looking forward to that. So that's awesome. Hope everyone understands what self-limiting belief means. And if you allowed love into your life today, what would that mean for you? If you allowed love into your life today, what would that mean for you? And that could mean love for yourself, love for others, love for your business, more love, more giving, more receiving. And I want you to journal around this. Journaling is powerful because it makes you do self-inquiry and look deeper, helps you to find out some answers to your questions. So I've found a lot of my transformation through journaling, asking what needs to come up, what needs to be heard, what needs to be seen. Actually muscle test on that as well. So do muscle testing with my KD system. So I actually muscle test my resistance, and I muscle test clients' resistance through online coaching. So it's all well and good to have goals, but often more than not we have resistance. So I clear my clients' resistance and I release that resistance and bring them into alignment. And again, talking into resonance and energetic resonance, making sure that your resonance and your energy is at a high vibration, and if it's not, then I bring my clients into alignment with a high vibration through muscle testing, applied kinesiology, body sync, and self-actualization. Yeah, I don't know how to do things. Yeah. It's nice to see more men in this field of expertise, because there's a lot of women out there, and we need more men, definitely. Ooh, that looks interesting. What's a Psyche workshop? That sounds very interesting. So yeah, the third one I was saying, I don't know if you heard, Charlotte, was if you could allow more love into today, what would that mean? Yeah. In fact, who would like to be muscle tested? So I do this online through distance healing. Distance, I'm able to check in with your energy. I'm able to muscle test. So I use a pendulum. So I just allow. So for example, I'll show you how. So what is yes? Show me a yes. Show me a yes. Show me a yes. So this goes forward for yes, and I'm not moving my hand at all. And then what is no? 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 So I will. Awesome. So I will check in with your energetic resonance. If you're happy for me to do so, Robert, that means you're giving me permission to check in with your energy over a video. If you let me do that, and I will find my chart. I'll find it. So I can test your resonance. Cool. I will do it, shall we? So just giving yourself permission to me checking with your energy, Robert. Okay. Seems to be around 75 to 100, which is regret and fear. So I don't know if that's how you feel. Let me know if that's sort of how you're feeling energetically. You don't have to share that, obviously, if you don't wish to. So you sat in that vibration, daily. So that's your baseline energetic resonance. So ideally you want to be over 250, like we said earlier, which is courage. So let me know. We can talk further if you wish. If there's anyone else that likes to be muscle tested, please let me know. So there's many ways of muscle testing. I use the pendulum system because it's more direct for getting an exact result from my pendulum charts. But you can muscle test with your arms as well. Yeah, perhaps so, yeah. And you can do the muscle test sway along a question about something. So if you ask yourself a question, you know, rock forward for yes, back for no, but you need to be over 250 megahertz to be able to muscle test yourself correct. Video. What does that mean, Darren? Robert, yes. So yeah, it could be fear of not finding the right one. Yeah. So let me know about that, and we can talk about that more if you want at the end of this video. I'll send me a PM if you are interested to learn more, so I can shift that belief for you within an hour, less than an hour, in a minute. So let me know, and we can go from there. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and it's made you think a bit more about your emotional awareness, your consciousness, your presence, your thoughts, especially on a Monday when it's just so easy to get a bit bogged down knowing that we've got a whole week of work. You know, take Mondays out. I take Mondays out for me to just unwind and reflect on the week, plan my life, and just do so much. Like live videos like this, I just love sharing my work, just inspiring you all. And yeah, I just would like to know more. Oh, you want to be in the video, Darren? Okay, sure. Hang on. Do you want to be in the video, Darren? Let me know. So yeah, remember the tips that I suggested to you. Concentrate awareness, being aware of your thoughts, your beliefs, all that stuff. I'll invite you in then. You ready? This works. Thanks for joining me.
Hello.
Marie.
How are you?
I'm excellent. It's a little bit dark here, but I'm doing my best.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You're in Australia?
Yeah, in Australia, and Charlotte's over in UK, and she referred me on to you.
Oh, so
And,
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so I know you want to take off, and I'm a bit of a go-getter, so I thought I'll reach out to you and see what happens.
I'm just gonna put headphones in. Feedback.
I've got a halo over my head.
Oh yeah. That's better. Right, so.
You're doing a great job, by the way.
Sorry?
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
First time I've seen you.
Oh, I say for you as well. If you do kinesiology.
Yeah, I don't. And I bet this psyche, which is a combination between kinesiology and psychology.
Oh, wow. I love it. So interesting.
Yeah. There's a green cat in the background. There you go.
Oh, I love that. I can hear myself. Have you got any headphones?
Where are they? Oh, they're in the... Actually, I might have.
Yes. It's a bit echoey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Oh, really? Okay.
So if you headphones might help.
nice. I'll take this back over. Okay, I've got these. Hey, everyone else. Whoever's there. Who's in the house?
Loads of people. Some people are here.
Some people are here.
Is Charlotte still there? Someone else is still there.
Yeah, I think Darren.
Yeah, I think Darren.
You're done. Robert is here.
Robert is here.
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Plug your in. There we go.
Give it a go.
There we go. How's that?
Oh, that's so much better.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
what a relief. I was like hearing everything I was saying. Cool.
Perfect.
So, would you like me to just do a muscle test over sort of distance?
Yeah, why not? This
All right.
will be good. So interesting.
So, is it all right just to check in with your energy then? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's just check this. Oh,
What's happening?
it's really good. It's like between 500 and 600, which is joy and love.
Oh, here we go.
So that's a very high vibration, and I can obviously feel that from you anyway. So
Yeah.
that's really good. That's really obviously you can feel that. So, but yeah, that's a good vibration that you want to be in every day, ideally. And because you obviously do the work that you do, then it's hopefully keeping your vibration high and empowered.
Well, it's really funny too because I am very high energy and I'm very confident and I'm very in tune. And even though I've got some stuff going on behind the scenes, I'm very good at overcoming things very quick. And because life's not perfect. But I'm very I let things go quite quick, and I think that's a big plus. Yeah.
I think so, yeah, and just being able to have more resilience and just power through stuff rather than not be absorbed and immersed in that, because life isn't perfect. But if you can keep that vibration up and keep resilience going, it's avoiding you from falling back down into a bit of a low place. And it's just teaching people that really, and actually to take the charge of themselves and the power that they have to be able to step in and not let everything affect them so quickly. And because that's most people's problems, I find. They're just like, they think that life's on top of them, and actually it can be controlled. But obviously there's some things that we can't control as well, and it's just about having that resilience and moving through life with a bit more of a, almost trying to be the witness rather than just getting immersed into the actual process. So
I like it.
yeah, I love it. So whereabouts in Australia are you living then?
I'm in Melbourne, and
Oh,
I've just come
wow.
back from the UK actually, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm here for another 6 weeks, and then I'm
wow.
shooting back. I'm going back over then. So Charlotte, if you're online, I think you already know that I'm coming. Yeah, you do. You already know that I'm coming back over. So 6 weeks I'll be going back over. I'm actually going to study the Psych K.
Wow.
And I'll be doing some speaking and a few other, got a lot of contacts over there, and I'm going to do a couple of side trips to Spain and probably Turkey or something like that, just trying to work out where to go at the moment. And I've got a couple other workshops to go to. So I've got a few different family workshop families over there as well. So
Oh wow, cool.
so it's really I say second home, but it's probably my first home. Even
What,
though
are
I'm born in
UK?
Australia.
Yeah. UK.
Yeah, I've had a long distance relationship for 2.5 years, so I've been going back and forward a bit. That hasn't worked out. So, but I'm still going over. I've still got a lot of things to do. So, and you only live once.
You do, yeah, you do, yeah, you do, and you just have to just power through. And what will be, I always say, what will be. And if things don't work out, it's not meant to be, and you'll find someone else, and and you might project forward now into doing something even more amazing than you already are doing. So, how long have you been doing the
This-
speaking for as well?
Oh, speaking on and off for, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 years. I don't
Oh,
remember
wow.
how long it's been. But, yeah, so it's quite exciting every time I go. I'm actually quite heavily involved with the Standout Speakers Academy. So anyone online that's involved with that, yell out. But, yeah, Luke Scott. I don't know if you know Luke Scott. Where are
Heard
you from? You from Melbourne, or are you from over there?
No.
Or no?
Oh, wow. I wish I was India. Bristol, UK.
Oh, you're in the UK. I thought you had an accent, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, okay.
Well, London
Yeah, yeah.
originally, but
Well, you might know Luke Scott. You probably know Luke Scott, would
heard of
you?
him actually. Yeah, yeah. I have.
Okay, Standout Speakers Academy. Okay, all right. Yeah, so that's pretty involved with those guys and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so it's exciting.
Yeah, that sounds
And
amazing.
so, well, I do some interviews as well, which is be good to get you on one time, just to
Yeah,
if you're doing
definitely.
podcasts and stuff like that. That's be good.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, definitely. Actually, yeah, that sounds great. And same for you as well. You know, if you wanna,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd love that. Trying to get
All right.
do more of that work and just do more videos, and I would love to do public speaking one day. So that's sort of my big goal of mine. So
We should get you to Luke Scott's.
yeah,
Well, we should have a side conversation. We should have a personal trainer. Should have we'll do the PM and we'll keep in contact. Yeah, how's that sound?
definitely, definitely. I'll send you a message.
Perfect.
Definitely.
I'll let you do your thing then, I suppose, and then catch you.
Awesome.
I saw someone else come into the house as well. So
Oh yeah, there's loads of different people coming on now. Awesome. I didn't realize it was going to be like such a long video, but sometimes that's just the way it happens, and I just don't stop talking, and so it just continues. But awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you, and I will send you a PM.
yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Awesome.
Really good.
Oh,
Is there
thank you.
anything else to pick up on?
Let's have a look. Do you feel like you have any resistance? I feel like there's some resistance.
It's resistance is probably either two things. I think online doing it's almost like a fear of success.
Right.
Starting my online programs
Okay.
because I notice it's what I want to do, and I've done it before. But it's been a while, and actually Charlotte knows she's been in my programs before. So, but I'm ready to kickstart it again, and I've got a few different programs, but I notice there's some resistance.
Right.
So it's not flowing. It's not flowing. So there's that.
Okay.
And yeah, that's probably number one. The other thing I was going to say is, even though I've got quite a good bank account, that there's still some resistance with being tight, or still some letting go of money's in abundance type thing.
Okay.
Which the first one really would probably seal the deal with that one anyway.
Okay, so if you checked in with resistance, if you visualize on a dial like how much resistance you're feeling right now, like how much resistance is there? If out of 100,
30% comes to mind.
okay, can you reduce that down to 0? If you tried to like move the dial down, would it go down?
Say again?
If you tried to move the resistance down, like you actually turned the dial down to 0, would it move, or does it get stuck in your body anywhere?
It's a stubborn one. It's around the heart stomach area.
Okay,
That's
so
where
heart. What would you say? It's
heart
more
stomach.
heart or stomach,
Oh,
or a bit of both?
it's a battle. It's 50-50.
Okay. So
It
stomach.
was the heart. It was the heart, and it was more the heart before, and now it's hit the stomach a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so the heart is to do with like we look at our shadow aspects of the chakras. I don't know if you've done the chakras before, worked with the chakras at all. So we have the shadow aspects of the chakras, and the heart is like to do with like not feeling worthy. You have the fear of success and maybe a bit of unworthiness around that, but it might not be yours. It might be energy that you've picked up from someone else, because we carry around everyone else's energy. So I want you to ask yourself if that energy is yours, or if that 30% is yours, or if it's someone else's.
I think it's mine, but yeah, I feel like
Okay.
it's mine. I might have, yeah.
Okay. So what you could say is, say to your subconscious, how is this helping me in any way? Are you ready to be released? Is there a lesson here? What needs to be heard? And if there's no lesson, and if it's not serving you, then see if you can draw that 30% down to 0,
What was the 30% again? What was it in relation to? I've forgotten.
I said about you said fear of success. You were like, and then you had triggers
Oh,
in your
yeah.
heart, sort of self-worth stuff come up.
Fear of success. Yeah, so I'm trying to bring it down, and it's still stubborn. It's a stubborn one.
Still there?
Yep.
Okay. So checking in with your stomach, like round your diaphragm. Does it feel like a tight band at all, or is it like a sort of heavy feeling?
Sort of like a fist in the
Right.
stomach more now. In the stomach. So it's not as much in the heart now. It's more in the stomach area.
Okay.
And yeah, like a fist.
Okay. So if you had that feeling on the dial, how much would that be out of 100? Like if you could feel into that, how much sensation would that be?
No, 50 comes to mind now.
And can you shift that down to 0? Will it move down, like the sensation, if you tried? Or does it get
I'm having a
stuck?
challenge with the visual on that one.
Okay, so is it like blurry at all? Like, can you not see it clearly?
Yeah, I think what's coming up for me. I think I'm not good enough to understand that. That's a just come up that sometimes if someone says a joke, if someone says a joke that I've already written myself off that I'll understand it.
Okay. So you have conclusion about something? Do you mean like you've made conclusion, or with the understanding you're not sure about how
Yeah,
you
I've got this
work,
dumb.
or
Yeah, I've got this dumb thing going on sometimes.
okay,
Even though I know it's not true, but subconsciously, I feel like it is.
okay,
And yeah, I feel like I'm stuck in that a little bit because I'm intelligent. I know what to do, but tell myself, oh, you don't know. I don't know this. I don't know that. You're not going to know. You're not going to work it out. Yeah. And then
okay.
I'll do
So
it later. Yeah.
that, yeah, I mean that's like the sort of stuff that we go carrying around with us, and that's actually might not be some of our stuff in there. Like we pick up everyone else's beliefs, and if you think about it, we're all energy. You pick up everyone else's energy as well. So we pick up everyone else's beliefs and layers, but not just their beliefs, but actually their energy, because we're all energetic beings. So we get attached. So I want you to try to say something internally. I want you to say, I release this energy. I return it to origin with consciousness attached. I want you to see how you feel after that.
Just say it again. What do I do? What do I do?
I release this energy.
Oh, this is energy. Saying to myself or out loud?
Yeah, out loud or internally, it doesn't matter. I release this
I release this
energy.
energy.
It is not mine.
That is not mine.
I return it back to origin
I return it back to origin
with consciousness attached.
with consciousness attached.
Cool. And I want you to go back to that sensation in your stomach, and I want to see if you can shift it down to 0 and see if you can visualize shifting it down,
I wanted to go down. Come on.
or go back to the heart feeling, and if you can shift that down.
The stubborn one.
It's still 7.
I said 25 at the moment.
Okay, so you still feel quite heavy in there.
Yeah, still hanging around. Yep.
So if you feel into fear of success, like how much is that out of 100?
Fear of success is, I'm thinking 10. Yeah.
Okay, so can you just drop that down to 0? Will that go down easily if you saw that?
It's not as easy as what you're saying.
No, it's okay, it's fine, just breathe. So have a breathe into your heart center. And then release out any tensions holding you back. You can say to yourself, I release any resistance, any obstacles that hold me back that do not serve
or
me.
release any resistance that's holding me back and does not serve me.
Release any obstacles.
What was the last one?
I release any obstacles.
Or release any obstacles.
The world needs my gifts. I need to support the world.
The world needs my gifts. I need to support the world.
Just really feel into that energy of like how life changing it's going to be for you and for the people that you're going to be serving. Like really feel into that gratitude energy of oh my God, just like really help someone on such a deeper level, and just feeling to that energy, like really shift your vibration up, like feeling to gratefulness, like the people's lives you're changing every day, and like how amazingly successful your programs are online, and just the people that love your work, value you, you value them, your skills, your knowledge, your wisdom, all of that. Really feel into that energy. And I want you to try and focus to that sensation in your heart chakra, heart area. I want you to see if you can like dissolve that tension. So if it feels like a tight band, I want you to imagine like literally yanking it and snapping it apart, breaking away from any attachments to anyone else's energy, to anyone else's restrictions that might be holding you back. And just see if you can imagine breaking away that detachment, releasing any fear, releasing any discomfort. Take a breath in and breath out. Release any tension around the diaphragm, right solar plexus. I have the ability to give my gifts and receive gifts.
I have the ability to, what is it?
To give my gifts and receive gifts back.
Ability to give my gifts and receiving. That's the thing. I have the ability to receive gifts. That includes financial as well.
Financial, yeah. So the fact that that's triggered something. So there's a bit of resistance there around receiving. So how much of that are you not allowing yourself to receive?
80%.
Okay, can you reduce that down to 0? Will that move down?
When you say, can I do it, how do people normally do it?
People normally, shift it down.
It's
So,
like, it's easy to say it, but to do it, yeah?
yeah. So I would say to someone, feel into your body, feel into that sensation of that like receiving, and imagine a time when you gave love, right, unconditionally, when you just gave it. You didn't have to even think about it. You just gave it, and then someone gave it back to you unconditionally. Or you know someone that has been in that situation where that love was unconditional, and it just happened naturally. You didn't even have to try. And it might even be a situation there where you qualified with your skill. You gave as best as you gave, and you received back. You received that qualification. So you anchor in like an image. So you create like an anchor image in with the process of being able to receive. So you anchor in a state. So you use like an anchor image to actually anchor it in. So I want you to try into that and see if you can think of a situation that just happened naturally. You didn't even have to push, didn't even have to try. It just happened.
Well, I give easy. That's not a problem. I gave someone some money in the UK actually to help someone out.
Okay.
With a workshop. And receiving, what comes to mind is someone gave me $100 Australian dollars. I told them a little story about how I got my car towed away and I had to pay a fine, and then someone actually gave me $100, and I felt, you sure, like weird and a bit guilty, or I shouldn't have said anything, and I took it, and then I felt like I shouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that receiving and part of me was like, well, there's a reason, there's a source reason you get in it, but I still thought, I felt bad. So there's that.
Okay, so that's one of our layers. So we have the layers and layers of stuff that just stick with us, and it affects stuff on a deeper level. So would you say there's a bit of guilt and shame around that? Like the fact that you had to borrow that money at the time, was it? Borrowed money or?
It wasn't borrowed, someone just gave it to me.
And you took it and you just felt guilty, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's obviously stayed with you. So I want you to feel into that guilt, and I want you to try and bring that down to 0, because you've concluded that in your body physically, emotionally, mentally, consciously, subconsciously. So I want you to try and release that. And guilt manifests in our gut. Guilt manifests in our solar plexus center. So try and bring that down to 0 if you can. Let me know if it gets stuck anywhere. Let me know if you get emotional as well, because emotions come up. And emotions are triggers to release. So we can release and let go of what traps us.
Yeah, I bumped into that guy the other day and then felt weird, awkward around him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable, isn't it? Because it's probably felt quite embarrassing for you at the time, because you're just, you don't want to have to borrow money off people. But actually, you've given that back probably more than enough times to people.
Yeah, true.
So if you think about how much you've given that, it's karma, isn't it? It's cause and effect. It's what you give
Yeah.
out, you get back. So
Yeah.
someone's
Bob-
given you that.
Bob Proctor talks about you get paid from source. You don't get paid from your boss, you get paid from source.
You do, you do. So that's come back to you tenfold, and then you've given that out tenfold. So how
Yeah,
does that serve
okay.
you? You know, that belief doesn't serve you, does it, really?
I feel more comfortable with that now.
Yeah.
That the thinking about that again, the source, and it's not from that person directly. It's like it's a yin and yang. It's a karma. It's a
Yeah, it totally is.
back and forward, black and white.
Yeah, if you think about it, it is. It's like that person wanted to give you that as a gift, and it was a gift. If you think about it as a gift, it wasn't someone was giving you money because you needed it. Someone helped you out, as you would help someone else out when they needed it. So it's that karma. You give out, you get back, you receive. So we often give, but we need to learn how to receive. And when you think about it, you shift your mindset into thinking, okay, I will receive that, but it's actually, you see it in a different way. So you're just observing it from a different perspective. It reduces the guilt down. But ideally, you want to really shift that to 0. You don't want to be feeling that guilt anymore. So if you go and see if you can shift that guilt down to 0 on the whiteboard, just let me know if you can. Like if you imagine a whiteboard or a dial.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty much gone.
Gone?
There's not much there anymore, and mainly because I feel like it's not directly that person. So it's like I said before. It's like come through source or whatever. Is it like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm comfortable with that now. So I don't have to feel weird around this guy anymore.
No, you can just be grateful and but say like, you can just almost like invite him out for a coffee or something and just say thank you if you know him, and just clear that way, and what's done is done.
I like that.
And then feeling into the heart and the digestion, how's that feeling now?
Yeah, good. I feel quite soothed, calming, yeah. And just a big shout out to Serge Moosey and Murray. Great to see you guys. So obviously got a couple people, my gang. Yeah, I don't know whether we're mutual friends or whatever, but anyway.
Probably, we probably are, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you just joined us, we're doing a bit of kinesiology. Is that what we're doing with you?
Yeah, basically it's a system called kinetic divination, and one of the techniques is applied kinesiology, and the other techniques are body sync, listening to your body's wisdom, listening to the emotional feedback, the physical feedback, body sync, and self-actualization, and a bit of tapping as well. So because you've cleared that now, we want to anchor it in. Do you want to anchor that in, that new feeling?
Yeah.
So
do I do that or you do that?
yeah, I'll show you how to do it. Hang on 1 second. So you've got your thymus here. So it's like a padded area, that thymus. So you want, it's just above, below the collarbones in the center, and you'll feel it's like a flat pad. So have a feel there, and your face might be a little bit tender. So you want to create a mantra of a mantra that you believe along the lines of, I give and receive love equally, or I give and receive equally, and you want to thump it.
Do you mean the sternum area underneath or above?
So it's just above the sternum. You know,
Okay.
you got the dip there, here, and it's just a bit lower.
Yeah. Okay.
So you use your index finger and thumb, and you want to thump in. So if you go a bit higher, actually, I think, yeah. higher. And you want to create the mantra of something along the lines of something that's powerful, power word. I give and receive love equally. I allow. I'm open to receiving.
Give and receive love. What is it?
I give and
what?
receive love equally.
I give and receive love equally.
I'm open to receiving and giving equally.
I'm open to receiving and giving equally.
And then you'll get a sigh that comes up the more you thump into that mantra, really feel into that energy of how mutual that is, like giving and receiving. Everyone's equal. And then let me know when you've sighed.
I'm not sure what you mean, actually.
So you might have a bit of like a bit of a release, like a shift.
I haven't got that yet.
Okay, keep doing it then. As you move up higher, you need to move up higher than that. And you need quite forceful, so it's quite a big thump, like a thymus thump. And you're really thumping that mantra in. And that belief of like, I have the ability, I don't have any resistance. You know, there's resistance is 0. I have the ability to receive love and give love equally.
Ability to receive love and give love equally.
And then let me know when you've... It might just be a subtle sigh. You feel like you might have shifted something.
Yeah.
You feel a bit different.
I think it just happened then. I'm not sure 100%, but I think it did.
All right. If you think you did, probably did. Generally.
Okay. Oh, well, that's after, wasn't it?
I think you did it. Yeah. Yeah. I think. So, do you feel like anything shifted? Do you feel different? That's the main thing. You want to feel different. You want to feel like something's shifted.
Definitely shifted, and I think it's more the awareness. And like that example we gave before. So, yeah, no, I don't feel so weird anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's what I do, and I help people shift their layers and all that stuff that just gets stuck in our bodies, and it might not even be ours, just our belief system and how we perceive things.
How did you get into it?
Oh, my background's quite severe, sort of traumatic background for my 20s. Sort of suffered with chronic depression and illness and all of that. Got in and out of sort of negative life experiences with different relationships and all of that stuff. And then from that, I was looking for like a natural healing route to help me heal myself. So I got into complementary therapies, studied reflexology, Swedish massage, anatomy, and aromatherapy. That was 5 years ago now. And then after that, I continued to just qualify and like learn new courses and just continue to keep learning. And then in May, I qualified in my 200-hour Hatha Yoga teacher training with spiritual development course. And then I finished that and learned lots of spiritual development through there, and about the awareness and the conscious and the layers and all the stuff that we carry around and our traumas. And then I studied kinetic divination, which is a healing system, which is what I was using on you today. So just
What's it called? Kinetic?
Kinetic divination.
Okay.
Kinetic divination. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I like it. Well, let's stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay posted, because I love all this stuff. So.
So I love
so
it.
let us know takeaways. Who's Ryan Smith? But sharing your story is a really good one. So, because then people can relate that you're not just doing this. There's a reason why what's behind the scenes is why you got to where you got to.
Yeah, I carried around low vibrations for years, and illness manifested not just through chronic illness, but just the wrong attracting the wrong situations into my life just through my own negative thought processes and patterns. And then I had really bad issues with my digestion, my bloating and stuff, and it was horrendous. And I just looked deeper and I realised I was carrying a lot of guilt and shame and all of that horrible, nasty stuff around in my gut. So I trained in the system to sort of heal myself naturally, without medical intervention. And then now I want to help others. But I don't just help people heal naturally. I help if you want to earn more money, more income, help entrepreneurs earn more money through their business, attract more clients, and yeah. So it's about unraveling the layers to find the confidence back, and it goes quite deep. If you're really into wanting to know more, it can go quite deep into there's a lot of systems to it, but it's quite easy to work through as well at the same time. So I
Well,
use it.
if you want to see what I'm doing, it's called Psych K. If you want to check that out too, you'll be. I'm sure you'll be very curious. It was through Robbie Williams or someone Williams, and he discovered it. He was chatting with Bruce Lipton at some stage, and it came up somewhere along the line. So I'm not sure
Wow.
exactly how. I don't know the full story yet, but that's something.
Cool.
Yeah. So all right. Well, I'll stay posted with you. Thanks, Charlotte, if you're
Yes.
still online. Thanks for the handball. We say handball. Thanks for the referral.
Yeah, thank you, Charlotte. That's awesome. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm running a bar, so I think I'll
Oh,
better go and turn it off.
oh my God. Yeah, definitely. Have a nice bath.
Because I've got the place to myself, and I thought I'll have my time, you know.
Enjoy.
And all right, well, let's stay in touch, and yeah, thank you so much. And got a few people online now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
And hopefully they're entertained, or you know, they love what you're doing.
Yeah, I hope
And
so. Yeah.
I'm used to interviewing, so like, yeah, make sure you let us know. Oh, there's 5 people on now. Okay, so yeah, make sure you let us know what you've got out of doing this. Like, you know, it's been great being on the other side and being interviewed or being the client. I felt vulnerable, very vulnerable, and because part of my ego is saying, hang on, don't give too much away, because you've meant to be, you know, successful, and you're meant to have it all together. So, but I'm a big one of being vulnerable and authentic. So make sure you do that, guys.
Totally.
All right, well,
Totally.
I might let you go ahead. You can always just cut me off the screen if you want to, you know,
I
the cross
will.
or whatever.
Thank
And
you so much.
thanks. All right, we'll love you and leave you. See you soon.
And you take care, Darren. Bye.
See you guys. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Oh, I hope everyone enjoyed that video. And yes, it does take vulnerability to be able to speak your truth and just open up to what needs to be heard. And I'm always sharing my story to people to inspire all of you. So if you are just stuck and you're waking up every day and you're just feeling like you need to make some progress and actually start to learn how to self-empower and transform your life from the way you're living right now and to move forward and just live your best life. Like, you're only here, you only live once physically on this plane of existence. I mean, we have soul contracts and soul lives and all of that stuff, but that's another video in itself. So yeah, please just, if you are stuck around anything in your life, like you are scared of doing a live video, I can help you shift that, and I can move you into helping you do a live video by releasing your blocks, your energy blocks and your subconscious blocks. And if you struggle with relationship problems or anything along those lines, I help people with their mindset, I help people with their releasing trauma, I help people with earning more money through their business, through like really empowering yourself and finding out your inspiration, the reason why you do what you do. So I'm really good at finding out parts of people that people might not realize, and what you might not realize about yourself. So hook me up, get in touch, and I'm going to leave this video now. It's probably one of the longest live videos I've ever done, but one of the most amazing live videos I've done. So have a great rest of your day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.